Well, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Morning Java, brought to you as always by our friends at the Get Go Cafe and Market, where Sunday and I will be stopping. You probably will, too.
We will.
Probably.
You know what happens when the three of us cover a game without Chris Carter? Is we don't forget to mention Get Go.
Oh,
I just had to take a shot at
absentia at Carter.
Yeah.
Carter, I think I just saw Carter riding down that mechanism back there. As long as we're having fun at Carter's expense here. I mean, this game was a loser, but not for the Steelers. I mean, they came out. I mean, they won the game.
And that's really all you want to do in this situation. I mean, if you think about some of the guys that they were playing with out there, the situation, everything that they went through this week, changing quarterbacks right after halftime, it was that kind of game for them. They just did whatever they needed to do to win a football game. It's kind of been that way all year.
Yeah.
It really has.
Especially on offense.
Yeah, it's been that way, and that's the way they've got to play.
Well, you know, when you're in front of your home crowd, I mean, you're going to get some breaks, right? You know, a couple interference calls, and things go your way when you play
They just never lose here. This might as well be their home.
You know, here's the thing, though. We can say what we want about the outcome and the wins and losses and everything else here, and they did get what they needed to do, and they were playing with 3/4 of the practice squad on offense. I mean, we were joking.
Not even their own practice squad. Other guys.
No, right. Even their own practice squad's depleted at this point. But at some point or other, there have to be answers for this offense. And I know everybody just wants to talk about quarterback and all that other stuff, but there have to be answers for this offense. There has to be something. Is Benny Snell running the football at least a sign of something? I don't know.
Well, he at least gave them a real NFL running back in this game. That's what they didn't have last week in Cleveland after James Conner went out.
That's fair.
No offense to Jalen Samuels, but he's
not a pure back.
He's not a pure every down runner. At least Benny Snell gave them that. He's not a gadget player. He's a guy who's going to take the ball and carry it 21 times like he did in this game and possibly get you 98 yards like he did in this game.
I mean, they were lucky to have him back. I mean, you look out there and you've got two guys that haven't been on the team for a week playing decent amount of snaps.
And then you've got Devlin Hodges handing the ball off to one of those guys. I mean,
exactly.
It's just it was that kind of game.
As part of my focus in the locker room was asking guys how much other stuff beyond quarterback actually still needs to be fixed, because I know everybody thinks that the moment Duck ran onto the field, woohoo! And then, of course, it's 3 plays, 83 yards, and everybody's like, this is it. Well, guess what happened after that?
A whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing, and it was a whole lot of the same stuff that we saw with Ben the first 2 games, and then Rudolph the next 7, and more is needed.
Much more is needed. They almost got their second 100-yard game of the season out of Snell. It was the Bengals, though. They had the league's worst run defense.
I mean,
it's tough to judge it against that.
All those inside handoffs that wouldn't have worked against anybody else.
Yeah, but they need to find some kind of continuity in offense. They can't rely on the defense like they have been doing, but maybe they can.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they can and they have to. I mean, you look at a situation where the Bengals are going to win a game, and boy, wouldn't that be something to see here this season. But, you know, they're in position to win the game, and all of a sudden you've got this impact guy that they go and get at the beginning of the season, chasing a guy down, causing a fumble.
Every time.
And then the new guy, Minka, Devin Bush and then Minka, they team up once again. I mean,
it's
that
funny.
combo.
Every week going into the game, I'm prepared to say, and often say it, you can't count on defensive takeaways in the NFL.
Maybe you can. Yeah.